Forget what you know about me. Welcome to my show. Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of the Mike video show. I will be your host, Mike. I was hoping that I would have better luck with a video camera that I just purchased from Amazon. However, it doesn't look like my laptop really cares a lot about this video camera I got. So I'm just going to do this selfie style until I get all the bugs worked out. So, you'll have to pardon the shakiness and everything. I'm just going to zoom out here. Of course, I'm going to tell you, I figured in this episode I'll tell you a little bit about myself, the things I like, and the things that I hope to accomplish with this video show. It may also look like that I'm not looking at the camera, but however, I am looking directly at, I'm doing it selfie style so I can see what I'm doing. Of course, my name is Mike. Duh. I live in the Pacific Northwest area of the United States in Vancouver, Washington, home of... What are we home of? Oh, some really good craft beers. And dare I say, some of the best craft beers in the country, if not the world, come from Oregon and Washington. And if somebody wants to disagree with me, I dare say, come to my neck of the woods, try what we have, then form your opinion. Until then, I stand by my opinion, and I'll stick to it. I was born on July the 7th, 1977. 777. Imagine that. I work retail pharmacy for Safeway, and I've worked with Safeway now for almost 21 years. Yikes. Federal laws prohibit me from telling you some of the things that I see at work, pharmacy-wise, but not store-wise. I will just leave it at that, even though there was something today that put me I was in a bad mood, and this just brightened my day so much. It was so adorable. She had to be 4 or 5 years old, walked past my counter, and she just starts singing at the top of her lungs, Ricola, just over and over, and it was just so adorable. But on to other things, some of the things I like. I like Deadpool. This is a special Deadpool t-shirt that I bought on Cotees.com. Big shout out to Cotees.com. That I wore I wore this, believe it or not, for the upcoming St. Patrick's Day. But I also wore it at the Wizard World Comic Con about 10 days ago, and I've got some pictures to show you of some of the things I saw and did at Comic Con, including a celebrity that I met and had a picture taken with. Overall, that was a good experience. Besides Deadpool, I also like the sports teams here in the Northwest. I'm a big Portland Winterhawks fan, minor league hockey. Go Winterhawks. I was just informed that we won tonight. Yay. I'm a Portland Trailblazers fan, as you can see by the Blazer jersey in the background. That's an old Brandon Roy jersey that I have. We're not doing so hot this year, but, it is what it is. I'm also a Seattle Mariners fan, and they've done probably a lot better than people expect, especially because they were so bad for so many years. And dare I say, I am a Seattle Seahawks fan. In this family, if you're not a Seahawk fan, you are excommunicated. I'll just leave it at that. Um, I also like professional wrestling, believe it or not. I grew up on it. My first exposure to it was the old Portland wrestling, promoted by Don Owens. I was probably about 2 years old when I first saw it, my first recollection of it. As I got older, when my mom and dad and I moved to a town that had cable television, that's when I got exposed to the WWF and Hulk Hogan, the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid, Randy Savage. Also got exposed to the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA, with Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, the Road Warriors, still my favorite tag team of all time. But now, as I'm, turning 40, I still watch it. I don't watch WWE so much anymore. I do every now and then, but I'm more drawn to international companies. If you've ever heard of WhatCulture.com, they have their own wrestling show called WCPW, What Culture Pro Wrestling, and they have a lot of great talent. Excuse me. Some of the talent they have are some people that you may know and some you don't, that you've never heard of. For example, they've got Alberto Del Rio, who goes by Alberto El Patron, John Morrison, Cody Rhodes, Drew Galloway, who just left TNA, and I could go on and on and on. I also am a big fan of a promotion from based in Scotland who's been touring all over the UK. I hope they come, out here, sometime in the future, and that is Insane Championship Wrestling. Big shout out to Mark Dallas. Love your product, buddy. And they boast guys like Kenny Williams, who's Kenny Williams, Grado, who you've probably seen in TNA, Joe Coffey, who is called the Iron Man, Drew Galloway, the guy they got is Big Kink, Jack Juster. If you've been following some of the recent like WWE, NXT stuff, you've seen guys like Killian Dane, who was in ICW as Big Damo, and in 205 Live, Noam Dar. That's where I became familiar with Noam Dar and Jack Gallagher. All these guys came from, at one point, they were in Insane Championship Wrestling. I mean, I could go on and on and on about this company, how much I love them, how I love their product, the action, the fact that they have just phenomenal shows every time out. Another promotion I'm really big on here lately is New Japan Pro Wrestling. I could just go on and on and on about New Japan Pro Wrestling. I just can't get enough of it these days. I watched their big Wrestle Kingdom 11 show, which was their big New Year show, and that the matches they had were just top notch. You can't get any better. Some other things that I like is, I like to sing karaoke, sadly. Uh, in fact, I might be posting some clips of me singing karaoke in later shows after I get this situation resolved with the camera on my PC. Sorry, lost my thought there for a second. Um, some of the things I hope to include into the show is I would like to do Skype interviews with some of these people that I mentioned, from Insane Championship Wrestling, from What Culture Pro Wrestling, or even just anybody that I can get a Skype interview with, and I will post them, it with their permission, of course. But for now, like I said, I'm gonna cut this one short because I am draining my battery on my cell phone. Um, and I'm using up a lot of my SD card on this. So until I get this thing figured out with my webcam and my PC, why they don't like each other, for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be using my cell phone to do this. So until next time, be good. And my words of advice to you are this: be different. Different is good. normal is overrated. All right, guys, take care. Hope you enjoy the pictures, and remember, happy Ash Wednesday. And when I say Ash Wednesday, you'll know. All right, take care now.